Welcome once again to this course lis106 called Foundation of Library and Information Science System and Services. I can see many of you are so bright today and you are very happy. We thank God for that. I can equally see Joshua there. Remember, my name still remains. It's Okonkwo Lucy Ndidamaka. I'm still the facilitator of this program. We could remember last time we did lesson 1. We taught something on the concept of library and importance of library. Then also, today, we want us to go to another topic, lesson 2, called writing and writing materials. Now, if you should take it one after the other, we need to understand that in a library, we define library as a storehouse of information organized in such a way that the collections contain both print and non-print materials. The print materials we talk about are books, periodicals, newspapers, among others. Then when we talk of non-print materials, we talk of audiovisual, tapes, and others. Since we are aware of the definition of library, we want to move on to what makes up library. And we know that what makes up library are books. Now, how does this book originated? This is one of the questions we need to ask ourselves. The origination of books starts from paper. Now, what do we call paper? Paper simply means a combination of fibers that make up a paper. It was paper that gave rise to books, and you know that in a library, without books, the library is useless. Now, as we are going, we can say that the paper, how can we differentiate paper from books? We say that paper is being made from a fiber, while books is a collection of these papers bind together that makes up the books. Then another one we should put in mind, or ask ourselves is for us to differentiate between writing and writing materials. Writing materials, what does it stand for? It simply means a symbol that represents a spoken words, and the writing materials is simply it's an interface or maybe a medium whereby writing takes place. Now, what are these books meant? We find out that books that are really meant for consultation, and it's only when we go to library that we can equally make an adequate use of library, going through the books and other materials. Now, another thing we need to know about writing and writing materials is parts of books. Since books are one of the storekeepers in the library and equally the men, we need to understand the parts of books in the library. Most of us will hold the textbook without knowing what this place is being called. Now, looking at the parts of books, we know we have many parts of books. What are these parts of books? One is the cover jacket. The second one is the binding. The third one is preliminary pages. The fourth one is the text, and the fifth one is the auxiliary. If you should pick it one after the other, we need to understand what is the cover jacket. Cover jacket simply means the hard cover that covers the jacket. And what does it do? The function is to protect the book from damage and equally gives it a good appearance, makes it attractive to the users. Now, there are two types of cover, book cover. One is the one that has hard cover and the one that has a soft cover. Actually, the library goes for hard cover to enable the book to last long. Then, coming to the binding simply means bringing the papers into pieces and bringing them and combining them together. When they are being combined together, then a book is being formed. Then the next one is talk about the preliminary pages. We want to go into the book now. When we bring a book, we go into, when we open the book, the first pages that we see is what is called summary pages. Summary pages simply means the pages that preheaded the main text. These pages that preheaded the main text are the title page, the overleaf, the vector page, the vector page, the dedication page, the acknowledgement page, among others. Now, after the preliminary pages, the next page we will get is the text. Text stands for the main body of the books that contains the introduction, introduction, the chapters in the book that equally gives the ideas and the information, the main information of what the author is trying to express about that particular book. Then, when we talk of the text, after the text, the next one that follows the text is auxiliary pages. The auxiliary pages are simply those things you get in the text that are being referred towards the end of the book, and equally the references are being cited there. Now, my dear students, at the end of since we are through with this text, at the end of everything, we are about to learn the difference between paper and books, the difference between writing and writing materials, and equally now we can enumerate and define the parts of the books. My dear students, I'm so happy for your attentiveness. Kudos to you, my dear students. We'll be meeting again in the next class, where we shall be treating the types of library, because I know that most of us don't understand the types of library. Kudos, my dear students. You are simply the best. Thanks.